Hello, welcome to Leicester College podcast, When I Grow Up. I'm your host Leah, and in this series we'll be going through the different careers in a variety of industries, helping you explore the different paths you can take. Today we have a special guest, Kiran, who's studied beauty therapy at Leicester College and has since built a career in the industry. We'll be chatting about her journey, experiences and advice for anybody looking to follow a similar path. Thank you for coming onto the podcast today. Could you just introduce yourself, tell us your age and a little bit about what you do?
Hi, my name's Kiran. I'm 21 years old. I work at Soul to Soul Aesthetics as an aesthetic practitioner in the beauty and wellness industry.
So I just want to talk about your childhood. When you were younger, what did you sort of dream of becoming? Did you have any clear idea what you wanted to do?
When I was younger, no. When you're a kid, you have so many ambitions in life, but I didn't see myself getting into the industry when I was a kid. I really enjoyed doing like art and fashion and design, but I didn't really see it as a career as I got older. And then I think when I was at college, that's when I sort of took more passion into sort of the beauty and wellness industry. I really enjoyed, and I think seeing my mum being in the industry, it just made me want to do it more.
Yeah.
So sort of when I was at college, that was when it was like COVID, so I just kind of needed to do something really quickly, and that's when I took the decision to go to Leicester College and do my level 2 and level 3 in the beauty and wellness industry.
And how did you find your experience through college and at Leicester College?
So when I did my level 2, it was very like basic beauty treatment. So it gives you a real aspect of what it's like to be, in the industry in terms of doing like your basic manicure treatments and facials, anatomy and physiology as well. So that was quite tough because I've never really been academic like that. So it was really trying to retain that sort of information.
Did you feel like you learned a lot of different sides of the business and a lot of different sides of the business through the beauty therapy industry?
Oh, absolutely. So when I did my level 3, I think that's when I really enjoyed it a lot more because it was more in depth. So I did things like non-surgical facial treatments. We did all sorts of different types of massages. We learned different facial massage techniques and massage techniques in general. So I really enjoyed doing the level 3 course. It was really good. It was a lot more difficult though because the anatomy and physiology side was a lot more intense. But I mean, the teachers were so good, Hardy and Deborah, they really got me through that level.
During your course, did you do any other experience outside of college?
Yeah, so when I was doing my level 3, I was working at my mum's clinic on a Saturday. So I was just doing the handling of booking of clients, making cups of tea, talking to clients. So I think by doing that really gave me an insight of what it's like to be in a professional environment in the industry. So that really helped me as well. But even when I was at college, we had people from the public come in and we did treatments on, and it was a really professional environment I was also in at college as well.
And how did you find the transition from your college course to the world of work?
To be honest, I grasped it quite quickly actually, just because of obviously working here on a Saturday. So I started working here on a Saturday whilst I was doing my level 3. So for that whole year, I really got an understanding and I took quite well to how it actually felt being in the industry. So I was quite comfortable actually. I mean, I used to come here as a child, so I've always been around people and known how to talk to people. I think when you're in an industry where you're constantly talking to people, your skills get better, your professionalism gets better. So yeah, I took really well to it.
Can you just tell us about your first job? Obviously, you work at Soul to Soul Aesthetics. How did you get it, and what did you learn from it?
So when I started working at Soul to Soul Aesthetics, I started doing everything which I learned at college. So massages, facials, non-surgical facial treatments. I did that for a straight year, just so I could get an insight on what it feels like to work in that professional environment and obviously being busy every single day. So yeah, I really enjoyed doing that for the first year of working here. That was obviously still working here now, it's my first proper job. Did find it really difficult though to find job in industry just because it's so competitive.
Yeah, and so, like I said, what challenges did you face and how did you overcome them? So obviously you said it's quite a competitive industry. You were fortunate enough to be able to work with alongside your mum, but before that you went out and, tried to get loads of different jobs. How did you find that and how challenging was it?
It was really challenging on the basis of, you're going to every single clinic, you're walking in clinics and asking, to get a job and stuff. But I think the real thing is you just have to keep going. And if you give up, then obviously you're not going to get that far.
Yeah.
But I'd say to the students to carry on trying really hard.
Yeah, definitely get that experience.
And exactly, yeah, they will get that experience in the end. But yeah, it is tough. Like, you have to put yourself out there. And I think if you're not, if you don't put yourself out there, then it is really difficult to find a job.
Yeah, definitely.
But there's so many different career paths. Like, you can work on a cruise ship in the spa industry. You can work in spas. There's such a broad spectrum in industry, so I think it's amazing, to be honest.
What sort of is a typical day-to-day of your current role? So just give the students a bit of an insight of what you do every day. Yeah. Obviously, I know days probably vary, but just give the broad insight to the day of the life of a beauty therapist.
So what I usually do is I usually get my room prepared on the Monday. So when I go to work on the Tuesday, everything is all set up. So I clean the room, check my calendar on the day, obviously, to check what clients I've got in. It is quite hectic, especially, when I'm just working by myself.
How many clients do you normally have a day then?
Probably about 10 to 15 clients a day.
Yeah.
So it obviously varies. Sometimes it could be a laser treatment, it could be a facial treatment. So I always allow 15-minute period after each client to just get set up and stuff. So yeah, the days are really busy.
What do you love most about your job then, and sort of what are the most challenging parts of it?
I think the most thing I love about my job is being able to make a difference to people and actually making them feel, like that they feel confident when they walk out the clinic, and making a difference to people in terms of, let's say they've suffered with PCOS, which is a symptom of facial hair. Being able to make them feel confident and not have to wear a mask. So yeah, I think it's just making a difference to people's lives, really.
That's really nice. And so how do you stay motivated and continue to grow in your career?
I think the way I stay motivated is continuously get myself onto webinar courses. So just keeping updated within industry, looking at industry trends, watching loads of videos, podcasts as well.
Yeah.
That's really motivational. But yeah, just keeping myself in check when it comes to industry. And I think also knowing about social media as well. Social media is a massive part of my job, and I think in this day and age, if you haven't got social media, it's really difficult to get yourself out there. It's not like the old times where you used to just hand out leaflet drops. It's really putting yourself out there and letting people know what you do. I think without having a good solid foundation on social media, it is difficult to get people come through the door, and I think that's the only way, really, I'd say now.
If someone wanted to enter your industry, what advice would you give them?
Networking, I would say, to get themselves onto webinars, to also, ask if they can work in clinics part-time to see what it's like in a professional environment. So yeah, that's what I would give them, to put themselves out there and to speak up more.
Yeah. Are there any future goals or ambitions that you're working towards at the moment?
To sort of do, obviously, more different treatments, so more body treatments, maybe open a few more clinics, also do a chiropody course. That's what my mum does, so she's a foot healthcare practitioner. That's a really niche market, especially in Oadby. So I'd like to get into that avenue as well, because you're always busy doing that.
Yeah, that's great. So there's lots of different sort of aspirations you can reach for. And finally, just to close it off, if you could go back and give your younger self one piece of career advice, what would it be?
Not to beat yourself down, just to carry on going, stay motivated.
That's great. Oh, thank you so much for being on the podcast today. So this is the Leicester College podcast, When I Grow Up. Thank you for having us. Bye.